to be astonished.
And on that note, Vic Nasty, it's the return of the Marty Monologues with Marty Wombacher of the wildly popular blog, Meanwhile, back in Peoria.com. While you listen to us talk with Marty tonight, head on over there. Check it out. Read the latest posts about bloody mess.
Good evening.
And that other shit that Vic was talking about.
Hey.
Marty, how are you, my man?
Good. How you guys doing?
Dude, we're doing so fucking awesome, dude. I can't stand it. I'm just like ready
Good.
to punch some.
Punch a wall. Go nuts.
Oh, man. You know, I was talking with Josh and Alex Brackett from Peoria Muay Thai a few minutes ago, and I'm thinking on Mondays I'm going to go to the gym and get beat up and punch people. Try and get
Well,
into
there
shape.
you go. Get a little frustration out.
And, you know, my lazy ass, I sit in the cab for 12 hours a night. I got to do something. I mean, I'm getting old, brother.
Tell me about it. I'm 56. Don't tell me you're getting old.
Hey, so I see our homeboy Bart made it to the pizza party last Sunday.
Yeah, I got a couple photos of him on the blog. I met him. We didn't get a chance to talk to him as long as I would have liked to. It was kind of rough. I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you more, but it's hard when because I was kind of the host of it, and you got to walk around and keep talking to everybody, so it's tough to sit down and have a good one-on-one. He's a really nice guy, though. Oh,
yeah, we had a blast while he was in town. He'll be back this summer. He's doing a run out at Cornstalk. Working with a director that he started with here back in Peoria years ago. So we're looking forward to that. And now we got you on the horn, my man, with the Marty Monologues, and we're excited to hear what you got for us tonight.
A couple things I want to talk about. One was my blog. This is the biggest week my blog has ever had. I got more hits than I've ever got. I had three things blew up this week. One, Vic Nasty was noting, my friend Bloody Mess did a post on kind of the history of himself. I sent him an email and said, he sent me his latest CD, and I've known Bloody since, he used to write for my magazine, People of Peoria. I met Bloody probably in the late 80s, and we've been friends.
Crazy bastard, ain't he?
What's that?
He's a crazy bastard, ain't he?
He's crazy, but if you've ever met him and you just talk to him one-on-one, he's a real smart guy. I mean, he knows how to market himself. No dummy by any means. I mean, one of his genius moves. Huh?
That's the one point I was just making. I wanted to make by saying that is, his persona, his stage presence. It's all crazy. But when you get to know the guy and you really get to know him, man, I mean, that guy knows what he's doing. He's a marketing genius, and I love to see, since he's moved to Oregon, man, that guy has really found peace. I mean, he has really found who Bloody Mess is, and I'm happy to see it, man.
Yeah, no, he's gotten into Buddhism, and I never talked to him about any of that stuff. But have you ever had him on the show?
Yeah, when we first started, man, I think he was on our second episode.
Okay, you ought to have him again. I haven't heard back from Stolly yet. I'm going to email him again.
Oh, that dude! If that would ever happen, that'd just be like one of the tops for me, man.
He's bad with emails. Sometimes you got to email him 2 or 3 times to hear back, but I will keep trying. But yeah, my blog Bloody's thing went really big. The thing today really blew up. I have a DVD. I've been meaning to do this for a while. It's a DVD. They had a special on Captain Jinx and Salty Sam, and they made a DVD out of it. So I basically just took pictures of the special and posted them up with some captions underneath and just some memories of that show, and that's going crazy today. But the thing that went the craziest, that has gotten the most hits out of anything I've ever put up, did you guys see the thing I did on that mall cop that got cop on the Segway?
Yes, I did, dude. I've seen that dude before.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that fucking asshole, the week before, and I did get, most people really liked it. He got like 62 shares on Facebook and like over 200 likes. It really blew up. I mean, that post got more hits than anything I've ever put up, and really, most people really got a kick out of it. I mean, I didn't mean it to be vicious. I guess on one hand I did, because the guy's a real dick. I guess you're not supposed to take photos, and you're not supposed to take photos in the mall. I guess there's a sign. But how fucking ridiculous is that? It's open to the public. Everyone's got a camera on their phone. Don't tell me people are not taking pictures in there.
Oh, no kidding.
Well, he came up to me when I did a piece on counting the gumball machines. I do it every year.
Right.
And I'd gotten that all done, and then he was kind of, I saw him down. He was on a stupid Segway. I mean, it's such a stereotypical thing, too, like that Paul Blart the Mall. He looks like him.
Oh,
Paul
dude,
Blart,
I saw that post, and that was totally what I thought, dude.
Well, he came up to me, and again, once in a blue moon in a bar, usually, well, I mean, if it's a bar or most places, I will ask for permission. I did not think it was against their rules to take photos in there because it's a fucking public mall. But I guess it is against the rules. Well, anyway, having said that, if he would have been nice to me, if he would have come up to me and said, hey, you probably don't realize this, but you're not supposed to be taking pictures in here. You want to just, knock it off. I would have said, okay, sorry, I didn't know. And that would have been the end of it. He rolls up on a Segway. He's like, what are you doing over there?
God damn it.
And I said, I was taking a picture of this taco or a pretzel stand. I was going to compare pretzels. I said, I'm taking a picture of this pretzel stand. Why? You put that camera down. You cannot take photos and delete every photo you've taken in here today. I'm screaming at him. And I said, hey, listen. I said, listen, and this is before I knew it was against their rules, which I guess it is, but how do you enforce that? He said, I said, this is a public place. What do you mean I can't? I'm telling you, delete the photos. You do it now. And he starts rolling closer to me, and I'm like, okay, listen, don't touch me, because if you do, there's going to be a big problem here. And you better stop getting in my face, because I don't want you yelling at me like this. And it went back and forth. Well, then he rolls over to another place, and he's talking into he's got like a little thing on his shirt that he talks into a speaker. And I think he was calling his boss. And then a guy comes up to me, his name was Sam, real nice guy, but he's like, hey, you're meanwhile back in Peoria. I'm like, yeah, Marty. Oh, my God, I read your blog every day. I mean, it's really nice. He's like, could I take a selfie with you? And I said, sure. And so he took one, and then now the cop starts yelling at us again. What are you two doing over there? I said no photos. And I'm like, he's taking a photo of the two of us. Will you get off my back? And then some guy, I think his boss was up there, and his boss was kind of, you could tell he was just kind of saying, just let it go. So I left, and I went home to work, but the thing bugged me all week. And I do get obsessed over shit. I thought I should have taken a photo of that fucking dick and put it up. And it bugged me all week. And so on Wednesday, it was like, I'm going to go over to the mall and find this guy and get one of him riding on that stupid Segway and put it up on the blog. And so I did. I went to the mall, and it's like I'm stalking the guy. I couldn't find him at first. Well, then I'm up on the second level, and I see him, and he's leaning over at the Simon information desk talking to some woman. So I wait. And I put, if you read the blog, it said, waiting for him to get on his Segway. Well, he never got on the fucking thing. So it was like, okay, I'm going to have to lure him. I'm going to have to lure my prey out. So I went down, and I stood right in front of him about 4 feet. I was hoping he was going to roll over on his Segway, and he didn't. But I started taking photos, and he's just like, hey. And I turn around, I'm like, yeah. I told you, like he recognized, I told you last week, no photos in here. Put that thing away. You're going to delete all those today, and you're not leaving until you do. And I went over. I'm like, no, I'm not. And then I started taking photos of him, and he's putting his hands up in front of his face, and he started to call the cops. And so I just walked. And again, I said to him, I said, listen, you better not touch me. I'm just telling you that much. I'm giving you that much of a warning right now. And he looked at me kind of crazily, and he said he was going to call the cops, so I just walked out of there. But then I put them all up. It was kind of an easy post to do, but the reaction to it went wild. And then if you look on Facebook, if you can find the link, it's down a little bit now. It's last Thursday. It got, like I say, I don't know how many comments. I think over 100. And a lot of them were people who are going out to the mall taking pictures of this guy now. And
I was just going to say, we need to send our listeners on a mission. Everybody go out to the mall, get a picture of this douchebag on a Segway. Maybe he'll be next week's douchebag of the week. But anyway,
yeah, maybe.
Post him meanwhile back in Peoria on Facebook.
Yeah, he, again, it's just a lesson I hope he learned. Well, then the kid that had me take the photo with him, he's on Twitter. We follow each other. So he tweeted the next day. He works out at the mall. I didn't realize that. And he said, hey, Marty, I work out here at the mall. This is the day after it went up. He said, anybody that works there is talking about you and your blog. So it was a good week at the blog. I got a lot of new viewers, and no, it really went good. It's been a lot of fun. The other thing I wanted to touch on is maybe you guys know this. I just found this out today, and I find it to be incredible. Did you know if you work at St. Francis, maybe it's there too, if you work at Methodist, you can't smoke?
If you're an employee, you cannot smoke, huh?
No. If
wow.
you're, yeah, this just started a little bit ago, and I mean, that's even if when you go home. They nicotine test you. Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know this. I was talking to two people. I don't want to say who it is. I don't want to get them in trouble, but I know this because they work there. They're younger kids, and it's like, if you get hired like tomorrow, they nicotine test you. They ask you if you smoke, and if you say, yeah, you don't get hired. And then they nicotine test you like they drug test you, and if you are employed there, if you get hired, say tomorrow, if you worked there 10 years ago, they said you're grandfathered in, you can't smoke on the grounds, of course, which I understand. But no, if you go home and have like a cigarette and they would test you the next day, you get fired.
Yeah, and I know over at OSF, they allow their employees to smoke at least as of Saturday, because you'll see them, you know, the little road, I don't know what the name of that street is that winds up in there that takes you to the ER or to admitting.
Right.
You'll see them on the other side of the street smoking over there, kind of like next to the interstate.
Yeah. But see, in Methodist,
they don't let you smoke even at the crib. That's nuts.
No. If they're like Methodist, so those that you see smoking may have been ones that have worked there for maybe like 5 years or more. If you're grandfathered in, if that wasn't the rule when you were hired in, you're okay. But whenever they started this, it was a year ago. You can't smoke at all, and I don't get that. It's like saying, well, you can't drink.
Yeah,
it's weird. I mean, I can see if it was against the law, but smoking is not against the law. It's like having, 6 beers, which isn't good for you. But I guess they don't care if you go home and drink, a 12-pack, but you can't have a cigarette with that 12-pack.
Go home and pound a 30-pack and beat your old lady and kids. It's cool, but don't smoke a cigarette.
I don't get it at all. I just find it incredible that nothing much has been done on it. I am going to email Phil Luciano and see if he knows about this. It's the kind of thing he might want to dig into.
Yeah, that is insane, man. And
I'm not pro-smoking by any means. I quit smoking myself about 2 years ago, but I'm also not anti-smoking unless they make it. My whole thing is, okay, if you don't want people to smoke that bad, then make it illegal and quit selling them. Quit taxing them. You'll lose so much fucking money. But I hate when the government comes in and, started you can't smoke in bars. Now you can't smoke in your business. Now you can't smoke on the sidewalk outside of your business. Now you can't smoke here. It's just like, I don't,
really?
It's for the same reason that like marijuana is illegal. I don't understand, but that's a whole other subject. But this is crazy. It's like, how can you tell people what to do when you're not there at work?
Well, Marty. Well, at this point, Marty, it's not even about cigarettes that pisses people off. Cigarettes has nothing to do with it. The thing that pisses off people about this subject is an employer telling you what you can and cannot do in your own home or somewhere off their company property. And what else?
Exactly.
What if they don't stop with smoking? What if they go to other things as well?
I know. I mean, it's like saying you can't watch porn at home.
Well, I mean, that's like almost 1984-like, I mean, now they're going to, and with Big Brother watching you all the time, it's fucking crazy. And that kind of leads me, Marty, to the question that I asked Vic earlier, and I've been trying to ask our guests tonight. In this crazy world that we live in, would you rather be insane in a functional society or one of the people running a profoundly dysfunctional society?
Now, ask me that again. I'm kind of...
All right. Would you rather be crazy in a functional world, or would you rather be one of the people running a crazy world?
I don't want to be running a crazy world. I mean, I'm already crazy in a world, but I don't think it's too functional.
Oh, shit. The worst of the worst.
Yeah. So I'm definitely, if you consider this world crazy, then I think I am considered crazy in a functional world, and I'm happy with that. I mean, I'm happy with my life.
All right, well, I got one more question for the both of you. Could you be persuaded to kill? If your answer is no, I would say if your answer is no, how much money would it take to get you to change your mind? But Marty, you said yes, so go first.
I would say if like someone of a relative or a really good friend had some sort of crazy disease and they're on some life support thing and they said, you got to take me out. I cannot take this anymore. If I could figure out a way to do it where I wouldn't get caught, I would do it.
Vic Nasty, how about you?
Perm, I couldn't do like premeditated, plan that shit out because honestly I'm too lazy to put in that much effort on something. So I really couldn't do. That's why I would never be a stalker. I'm too fucking lazy. No one is worth my time and obsession. But yeah, premeditated. No, I cannot do premeditated. But could I be pushed into a rage killing or something like that where something snaps or something gets the better of me? I mean, that could always be possible. That could be possible for anyone, As far as a price, maybe. Like Marty said, if you get away with it or whatever, the price is right. Who knows? Who knows what amount of money would make it click in our head? But as far as premeditated or something like that, no, I couldn't do that.
Well, guys, it's 9:46, and we've not lost Vic Nasty yet.
Yeah, this is amazing.
It is amazing. So who knows? He'll probably drop here shortly. But,
yeah,
Marty, we've just got a minute or two left with you. And so I wanted to give you the last couple of minutes we had just to, talk to our listeners, let them know what you got coming up this week.
Actually, tomorrow's post is going to be from Castle's Patio Inn. I was there last night, had a really good time. So I'm going to give a shout out to Alex and Kevin and Allie, the 3 people working there last night. You guys ever been to Castle's?
I have not, and I grew up in that neighborhood, and I've never been in there.
You're kidding me. We should have lunch there sometime. You've never had the free cheese there?
No, I've heard all about it, but I've never been there. No, sir.
Okay, you gotta read my post tomorrow, and it's not open on Sundays, so some weekday the 3 of us will have to have a brainstorming lunch there.
Well, it'll have to be a Monday. That's my only other day off, so we'll plan a Monday meeting at the Castle's Patio and check out the cheeses. Yeah,
you got it. It's a classic. It's one of the classic Peoria bars, like Mike's. Whatever.
Mike's is such a neat place, man.
Yeah, I love that bar.
Well, it's like an old garage that they turned into a bar, ain't it?
It is. It's a converted garage. I mean, there's an add-on part next to it. It used to just be where that bar is. It used to just be there. There used to be a wall. They've added on to it through the years. But, no, my grandpa used to go there. So
yeah, it's a crazy place. Tucked in the corner over there in West Peoria. Listen, Marty.
So look for Castle's Patio Inn tomorrow. I went to Crust Pizza. That'll be up on Tuesday. Let's tune into the blog. Tune into the Big Perm Show every Sunday.
Hell yes, my man. Well, Vic Nasty, any final words from you, sir?
Hey, Marty, keep on grinding out there and stay away from the fucking rent-a-cops, please, before you go to jail.
I'll try to. I can't promise anything, but I will try.
Right on. Well, listen, Marty, for myself, Vic Nasty, and everybody listening, thank you so very much for joining us tonight, man. We'll talk to you next week.
Hey, thank you, guys. Great talking to you as always. We'll see you.
Later on, bro.
Bye.
All right, Vic Nasty. That there was Marty Wombacher of the wildly popular blog, Meanwhile Back in Peoria, with the Marty Monologues every Sunday night at 9:30. And it's miraculous, Vic Nasty. It's 9:48, and you have not dropped yet.
Perm, don't fucking jinx it. The show's not over yet. And I will have to say, Perm, when Marty talked about the mall cop and the way he said, and this fucking guy comes rolling up on the Segway, I was like, what the fuck? I can't even handle it from there, Perm.
Oh, shit, yes. Marty joins us every Sunday at 9:30 with the Marty Monologues. We're happy to have him along. And as you listen to us ramble, head over and check out his blog, meanwhilebackinpeoria.com.
CST